Learn English to Gujarati business terms. Value added depth to.
तरलता अनामत.
Welcome to the boardroom circus. Hey, you are about to learn serious business Gujarati without sounding like a sleepy spreadsheet. We will make these big words friendly, memorable, and a little ridiculous. Imagine you walk into a boardroom where the CEO, the accountant, and one extremely confident office pigeon are having a strategy meeting. The CEO says, "Today we must improve our value-added depth." In Gujarati, that is,
मूल्यवर्धन ઊંડાણ.
The accountant adds, "We also want economies of scale," which in Gujarati is.
પ્રમાણની અર્થવ્યવસ્થા.
Then the intern screams, "Our app needs a network effect." Gujarati.
નેટવર્ક અસર.
Finally, the pigeon lands on a report and announces, in full financial glory, "Never forget profitability," or
નફાકારકતા.
Yes, this office has problems, but your vocabulary is already improving. Meet the 8 mighty words. Let us line up the stars of today's chapter. Say them with confidence, even if you feel like a dramatic economist in a movie trailer. Value-added depth is.
મૂલ્યવર્ધન ઊંડાણ.
Think of a company doing more production steps by itself. Economies of scale is.
પ્રમાણની અર્થવ્યવસ્થા.
Think. Produce more, cost per unit can fall. Network effect is.
નેટવર્ક અસર.
More users make the product more useful. Profitability is.
નફાકારકતા.
This is how good the business is at generating profit. Cost structure is.
ખર્ચ માળખું.
This means how costs are organized in a business. Contribution margin is.
ફાળો માર્જિન.
This is what remains after variable costs and helps cover fixed costs. Capital allocation is.
મૂડી ફાળવણી.
This is how a company decides where money should go. Liquidity reserve is.
तरलता अनामत.
That is money kept ready for short-term needs or emergencies. A very serious factory with very silly problems. Now you will hear the words inside a story. Picture a factory that is trying to become efficient while also trying to keep the office pigeon from becoming chief strategy officer. The Sunrise Mango Toaster Company wanted to grow fast. First, the managers increased their
મૂલ્યવર્ધન ઊંડાણ.
by making more parts in-house instead of buying everything from outside. Good, said the manager, now we control quality better. Then production increased, and the team celebrated.
પ્રમાણની અર્થવ્યવસ્થા.
Because making more units reduced average costs. One employee hugged a machine out of excitement. The machine did not hug back. Meanwhile, the company's app for ordering mango toasters got more users every day. That created a strong
નેટવર્ક અસર.
The more customers joined, the more useful the app became. Soon the CFO smiled at rising.
નફાકારકતા.
But she still warned the team to review the
ખર્ચ માળખું.
because rent, salaries, and materials all matter. She also checked the
ફાળો માર્જિન.
for each toaster, because high sales are nice, but each sale must actually help the business. After that, the board discussed.
મૂડી ફાળવણી.
Should they invest in marketing, research, or anti-pigeon security? A difficult choice. Finally, they kept a healthy.
तरलता अनामत.
So they could survive surprises, delayed payments, or a sudden global shortage of toaster screws. And that, dear listener, is how one bizarre company became financially wise. Mini dialogue in the meeting room. Listen to this dialogue like you are secretly sitting in the meeting with a notebook and free coffee. Repeat the Gujarati terms after each line if you want extra practice. Manager, we now produce more components ourselves. Analyst, great, our
મૂલ્યવર્ધન ઊંડાણ.
has increased. Manager, costs are falling as output rises. Analyst, that is.
પ્રમાણની અર્થવ્યવસ્થા.
Intern, more users joined our platform this week. Analyst, excellent, that is.
નેટવર્ક અસર.
CEO, are we making better money this quarter? CFO, yes.
નફાકારકતા.
Is improving. Accountant, before we celebrate, let us review the
ખર્ચ માળખું.
sales lead, we sold more units. CFO, fine, but what happened to the
ફાળો માર્જિન.
Board member. Where should the new funds go? CEO. We need smarter.
મૂડી ફાળવણી.
Treasurer. Can we handle an emergency? CFO. Yes, R.
તરલતા અનામત.
Is strong. Memory tricks that actually stick. You do not need a giant brain castle, but a few funny images help a lot. Let us glue these words into your memory. 4.
મૂલ્યવર્ધન ઊંડાણ.
Imagine a factory going deeper underground. The deeper it goes, the more value it adds by doing things itself. 4.
પ્રમાણની અર્થવ્યવસ્થા.
Picture a giant bakery making thousands of cookies so cheaply that even the oven looks proud. 4.
નેટવર્ક અસર.
Imagine one lonely phone becoming the most popular phone in town because hundreds of other phones joined the party. 4.
નફાકારકતા.
See a cash register dancing because the business is finally healthy. 4.
ખર્ચ માળખું.
Imagine a building made of receipts, salaries, rent, and bills. That whole building is the cost structure. 4.
ફાળો માર્જિન.
Picture each sale dropping a few coins into a jar that helps pay the business's fixed costs. 4.
મૂડી ફાળવણી.
Imagine a manager splitting gold coins into different boxes labeled marketing, research, and operations. 4.
તરલતા અનામત.
Imagine a vault with a water tank full of emergency cash. Strange image, excellent memory. Quick drill, your turn. Now it is your move. I say the English, and you try the Gujarati before I reveal it. Value added depth.
મૂલ્યવર્ધન ઊંડાણ.
Economies of scale.
પ્રમાણની અર્થવ્યવસ્થા.
Network effect.
નેટવર્ક અસર.
Profitability.
નફાકારકતા.
Cost structure.
ખર્ચ માળખું.
Contribution margin.
ફાળો માર્જિન.
Capital allocation.
મૂડી ફાળવણી.
Liquidity reserve.
તરલતા અનામત.
Sneaky little quiz. No stress, this is just a friendly test. If you get one wrong, blame the office pigeon and continue bravely. Which Gujarati term means profitability?
નફાકારકતા.
Which Gujarati term means network effect?
નેટવર્ક અસર.
Which Gujarati term means cost structure?
ખર્ચ માળખું.
Which Gujarati term means capital allocation?
મૂડી ફાળવણી.
Which Gujarati term means liquidity reserve?
તરલતા અનામત.
Which Gujarati term means contribution margin?
ફાળો માર્જિન.
Which Gujarati term means economies of scale?
પ્રમાણની અર્થવ્યવસ્થા.
Which Gujarati term means value added depth?
મૂલ્યવર્ધન ઊંડાણ.
Goodbye, smart listener. Nice work, you survived a full business meeting without asking what anyone meant. That is already a professional achievement. Today you practiced 8 useful English to Gujarati business terms.
મૂલ્યવર્ધન ઊંડાણ. પ્રમાણની અર્થવ્યવસ્થા. નેટવર્ક અસર. નફાકારકતા. ખર્ચ માળખું. ફાળો માર્જિન. મૂડી ફાળવણી.
And
તરલતા અનામત.
thank you for listening, and keep practicing a little every day. Repeat the words out loud, use them in your own sentences, and soon your Gujarati business vocabulary will sound sharp, natural, and confidently impressive.